What's going on, guys? So last weekend took out the car, had a little bit of fun, enjoyed the nice weather, and we broke something. So it's something that's been broken for a little while, but I just didn't know what it was until now. So right after I finished the car, there was a little vibration at low RPMs in about second gear, and I just kind of ignored it because it would go away as soon as you got above 2700 RPM. But it started getting bad after last weekend, and so I decided to put the car in the air and figured out that the center support bearing, or not actually the bearing, but the bushing around the bearing, actually tore off. Not completely, and now it's just spinning inside the whole housing of that. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. The car's in the air already and pretty much have the exhaust off. Let's go ahead and get under the car and take a look, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm underneath the car. There isn't much light under here, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about right there. Let's see if I can get some light in here. The whole thing is just pretty much torn off. And if I move it up and down, there's quite a bit of, it's pretty much torn off. But yeah, let's go ahead and take the drive shaft off. I already had the exhaust, the heat shields off. The only thing I have to do, so first step before removing the drive shaft is, since these two pieces have to come apart, we have to loosen up this nut, because once it's on the ground it'll be much more difficult to loosen up. So essentially the only thing you really have to do is just put a pair of channel locks or something along those lines, just a pair of pliers, and then loosen this. Oh, damn it, forgot to lock the, gotta lock the transmission or put something in the rear wheel so it doesn't spin. After that, we can take the four nuts on the bolts that go to the drive shaft flange on the differential, and then 3 bolts and nuts up here on the flex coupler that goes to the transmission. I did loosen the back, but the only problem with the back was that it was kind of stuck, so I decided to just pull out the front. You don't really need the back anyways, but before pulling it out, separating the two pieces, make sure to mark it. I did mark it both. Where did I leave that mark? Marked it both on the actual drive shaft as well as on the spline, just to make sure everything goes back together, because these are weighted. They do have weights attached to them, so if you put them, if it's a little bit off, you won't notice it too much, but if it's like way off, you'll notice a vibration, so you don't really want that. So make sure to do that. But yeah, as you guys can see, this support has seen better days. I mean, it's completely in two pieces. This is the new one. This is what it's supposed to look like, completely one piece. So next course of action is taking off the bearing. This is a press fit, so I have to pretty much smash this out. So inside of here, there should be a little snap ring. So there we have it. The bearing wasn't all that bad. I mean, it is now, but not bad at all. Just the outer part that just tore off, but yeah. Let's clean this up. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a Scotch-Brite just to take some of this rust out, and then just punch it back in. Alright, so ran out of battery and light, so I'm recording it on my phone, but essentially, after you tap it in, now you got the bearing. Make sure it spins freely, no issues, no binding. Also, make sure to just push the snap ring back in. This one's a little bent, but honestly, I don't really have time to go get another one, so this one's easy enough to do. It really does the job anyways. It still holds in place without any issues, so it should be fine. After that, then we can install the clamp that goes on here. Don't forget to put a little bit of grease on it and clamp the threads on it as well, because you could damage the other threads by doing that. Ran out of light as well, so I'm going to have to continue tomorrow afternoon, but we'll get this in tomorrow. Alright, I know I said that I was just going to do it in the morning, but nobody likes to have a broken down car, so just decided to double down and finish it up. And let me tell you, it kind of sucked, just because you can't see anything underneath the car. But that's basically why I decided to just not to film it. There really wasn't anything to see under the car in the dark, and everything is just in reverse, so pretty much just bolt up the front, bolt up the rear, slide in the two pieces, and then lock it with the little locking nut, and then that's pretty much it, honestly. Threw on the exhaust, took it for a test drive, everything works properly. So yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments, and I'll make sure to answer them.